Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is part 3 of our series of tutorials on how to play the King of the Hill game mode. Today we will look at Springfield map. The first and most obvious thing to notice is that Springfield is an asymmetric map. Spawn points for red and blue are behind B and A. You may also see that B is a lot closer to the center beacon D than A is. That means your gameplay will strongly depend on where you spawn. In a normal game, the team that spawns behind B will usually get to D first. However, if you are the A team, it is still possible for you to win the game with clever gameplay. For this video, I've chosen two very different games for you to watch. There are a lot of things going right in both games, but also a couple of mistakes that you will hopefully be able to avoid afterwards. But before we analyze those games, let's quickly recall the goals of any King of the Hill game. Those being 1. Fill up your team's beacon bar to collect points for yourself and for your team. To do that, be at the active beacon for as long as possible. And 3. Don't let red catch center. How to do that? Use robots that are consistently fast over long sustained periods on long range maps like Canyon, Springfield, Yamantau, Dreadnought. 2. Use weapons with a high area of effect, meaning splash. For example, Talumbas, Pins, Orkans, Pinatas. Some people even use Noricums. And 3. Purposefully use and sacrifice bots to maximize time spent at active beacons. Any damage you do in a King of the Hill game has a very low priority. You will not get points for damage done, you will get points for time you spend at any active beacon. Okay, time to take a closer look at both these games. At the time I'm making this video, I'm playing War Robots in Expert League. I do have a Kumiho, got it from the supply drops, but instead of upgrading the Kumiho now, I saved all that silver and time and did not upgrade it yet. I will spend that silver on my Inquisitor, on my Bolgasari and on my Haed. I personally think that those robots will be more usable for me in higher leagues. So if you are in a similar situation, robots that you could acquire with workshop points or even silver are Rhino or Stalker or Gepard. At the beginning of each game on Springfield map, it is recommendable that you provide suppressive or supporting fire into center. The Rhino is not fast enough to keep up with Kumihos or Striders dashing towards the center beacon on Springfield, but you can still help your team get or keep center by splashing the heck out of red. The beacons activating after the center beacon are usually either A or B. So once all the points at center are depleted, remember to return to the beacon that is near your home. Stay there to collect points for yourself and fill up your beacon bar for your team. And then let your Rhino run towards the farm beacon where we are now, or towards the dam if you started on the other. So easy tip, first on Springfield splash center, then collect beacon points at your home beacon, then go to your far side beacon, either the dam or the and then the cycle starts again. Return back to splash center, catch points at your home beacon, get points at the... In the video on the left side of your screen, both teams are doing a great job doing that. This will turn out to be a very close game, literally decided with the last beacon. In the game on the right side of your screen, it appears that red team does not really know how to play this game. They might have thought they are in a team deathmatch because they are all camping and clocked up near their own home base. Quick tip for what you are seeing on the left side now, there is a player in a Griffin shooting spirals and hydras, but he does not seem to realize that our home beacon is active right now because he's not moving towards it. I am even shooting a few pins to tell him, hey, look around, our beacon is there, but he misinterpreted that and thought he should move out of the way. At the same time, you saw that even though I was in a Rhino, fastest running heavy bot, I did not make it in time from the farm to our home beacon to receive points. That's why, as recommended earlier, sometimes it is better to sacrifice your robot and jump into a new one if the beacon is near your home base. So you can make it there in time and still collect points for yourself, as well as help fill up your team's beacon bar. On the right side you see red team is still camping. Even though their home beacon is active, nobody seems to bother to catch it. And now, knowing that our home beacon will be next, I start playing my Rhino more aggressively so that I can ditch it soon and jump into a bot and jump to my own home beacon to collect points there. Because as mentioned before, your first priority in a King of the Hill game is time at the active beacon to fill your beacon bar and to collect beacon points for yourself. So to wrap this tutorial up, let's summarize what we have said over the past 6 minutes. 1. On Springfield map, every time the center beacon is active, make sure you provide supportive and suppressive fire to help your team. 2. Without a fast dash bot, stick to catching your home beacon and your far side beacon. 3. If necessary, sacrifice your active robot to jump into a new bot and catch beacon points at your home beacon. If you do this, you should be able to be at least 4 out of the 6 necessary beacons that you need to fill up your beacon bar completely. So no matter what the rest of your team does, you should be able to get a lot of points and end up with a good amount of gold. As always, I hope you found this tutorial useful. Please like, comment and subscribe, and click that little bell there to get a notification once my next tutorial or video is up and running. Thanks for staying with me, you guys are awesome, and see you next time!